Hi everyone, this is Dr.Menije from Embracing You Therapy. Here's my question for you today. Do you like your body? Because today's topic is about body acceptance, and I want to share with you 3 ways to have body acceptance. I know this is a very deeply personal subject, and it could be triggering for some of us to talk about our feelings towards our body. But one of the reasons I still wanted to have this conversation with you is because it shows up in therapy a lot. Whether my clients are coming to therapy because of anxiety, perfectionism, relationship issues, somehow we find ourselves talking about the way we feel about our body and whether or not we truly have good body acceptance. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me define what body acceptance is. Body acceptance is about embracing and appreciating our body as it is, without judgment, without comparison, and without needing external validation. Sometimes body acceptance is known as body neutrality, which is this idea of not thinking of our body as good or bad, but accepting it as it is. And there are so many different reasons why we may be struggling with body acceptance, because there's a lot of lived experiences that unfortunately creates this sense of dislike, judgment, or even a sense of resentment towards our body. There may be things we heard from our parents, teachers, our peers in school, and going on in college or work setting where there were unkind jokes being made or comments being made about what we're eating and what's on our plate and whether we gain some weight, or being complimented for losing weight even plays a role in us feeling conscious and uncomfortable around our body and causing lack of body acceptance. And I also want to acknowledge that sometimes social media with filters and all these pictures and videos that are well edited can play a role in comparing our bodies to other people and feeling a feeling of less than towards our body. So again, I understand this is a very personal and can be a very triggering topic, and I want to recognize that we may have to first process what is behind or what has played a role in us today not having body acceptance, not being able to embrace our body lovingly and without judgment. So again, it's very important that you do that work. And if you feel ready, let me share with you 3 ways to have body acceptance. Number 1, which is always my favorite, practice self-compassion. I have done a video about this, which I'll share at the bottom of the video, about what self-compassion is. And self-compassion overall is having a empathetic, understanding, kind attitude towards ourselves. It's having a kind, compassionate, loving dialogue responses to ourselves. And of course, when it comes to body acceptance, we want to apply that to the way we speak about our bodies. Meaning, when you look in the mirror today, take a look at the way you respond to your body. Look at your internal dialogue. And often we have a very critical, very judgmental voice that pinpoints every imperfections or everything that doesn't look quote unquote pretty about our body. So we really want to start body acceptance by first developing a self-compassionate voice. One of the ways that I can have you start thinking what that self-compassionate voice looks like, because again, if you, like most of us, struggle with inner critic, a compassionate voice may sound quite foreign. And so how you can imagine what a self-compassionate voice looks like, you can always imagine how you talk to people you love in your life. That's a very good way of starting to develop that. Think about the way you talk to people you love in your life. There's often in therapy this idea of imagine the way you talk to a child, because we know that automatically as soon as we're talking to a younger person, a child, our voice changes and the words we use are a lot gentle. So we often ask ourselves, how do I talk to people around me, people I love? How would I talk to a child about their body? And you will find out what a compassionate voice, a compassionate response looks like. And now you want to apply that to yourself. Pretty much you want to talk to yourself like you talk to other people you love. You want to talk to yourself like you will talk to a child. That's how self-compassion can begin. Now, the second thing I want you to do when you are practicing body acceptance, you have to surround yourself with people who also have body acceptance, who are going to be positive influence. At the end of the day, we are social beings and we thrive in social connections. And I'm sure you heard the quote that like we are an average of 5 people closest in our lives. And whether you take that literally or not, I think the point here is that we are very much influenced and shaped by people around us in our lives. So when you're working on body acceptance, you really have to reevaluate who is in your life supporting you and practicing compassion towards your body, and who is judging you, and obviously set boundaries towards those people and bring those who are loving and compassionate and model body positivity closer to you. So again, you can do that in your personal life. You can do that with text messages. You might want to go through all the people you've text messaged lately, and any of those texts that are body positivity, about body acceptance, flag them. Make sure you keep contact with those people. You can do that on social media. You can do that with your health providers, making sure that your primary physician, your dentist, your dermatologist, your hairdresser, anybody who's in contact with your physical appearance, or maybe therapist, making sure that all these people practice body acceptance and body positivity. Because number 2, the second step is that you want to surround yourself with people who are going to be supporting you in your journey of loving your body as it is. Now the third thing to do, third steps to practicing body acceptance, is focusing on health and well-being. Because here's the reality with this conversation about body acceptance versus having body dissatisfaction or body hatred, is that we are doing all these things with our body, on our body, to please other people around us. If you're doing yoga, if you're doing hiking because that's going to look cool on social media, or your coworkers are doing that, that's not focusing on your well-being. So what I'm asking you to do is, as you reevaluate your activities with your body, your physical activities, please make sure they are value-oriented and that they're genuinely filling up your cup. That's what I want you to focus on. That's what I mean by focus on health and well-being, is doing things that really make you feel good in your body. They are part of self-care. I personally love being out in nature, and I love going to walks. Sometimes I try to do a gentle run because I'm not very athletic. And again, I'm not doing that to quote unquote lose weight. I'm not doing that to get into a specific body shape or body size. I'm doing that because that's my coping skill. That's the way I cope with the stress and anxiety of living and having a busy life. So again, we're not saying don't do any physical activity. It's about making sure that you're doing these physical activities because they fill up your cup. They are a part of your coping skills. They are value driven, like you love nature, so that's why you go for hikes. And again, they keep you grounded. So when you focus on physical activities that are about your well-being, your mental health, your wellness, then they're going to be so much more rewarding, and that's how we want you to focus on those. I hope you find this helpful. There's a blog about this topic that I'll share in the comments below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are Embracing You Therapy here in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, California, and we look forward to connecting with you.